Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the channel, fam. Listen, today we're going to talk about Aaron Bissaka, fam. But before we go any further, please drop a like on the video, subscribe for brand new. Referee, blow the whistle. Let's go. Last season, when Ten Hag just came in, I was one of them who said, listen, one person who is not going to be on this team for the foreseeable future is Bissaka. And that's because in the previous year, just like everybody else, he was really shit. And his attacking prowess on the right hand side showed when we were playing the game, and he was playing the game, and he lost his spot to Diego Dalot, and since then it's just been downward spiral for him. Now if you remember when he came into the team under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he was doing very well. You saw him in preseason and this man was licking tackles left, right and center. Defensively, he was immense. Offensively, a lot need to be worked on. He had a lot to desire in the offensive line. But defensively, he was great. After the first 2 seasons under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we started to ask for a lot more offensively on him, because defensively, yes, but offensively, we need to see a lot more crosses going in. We need to see a lot more intricate passes. We need to see him take a few risks, go around his man and try to square the ball. But he didn't present that. He didn't have that in his locker. And then after a tremendous season under AC Milan in Italy on loan from Manchester United, Diego Dalot came back and he took over his spot in that 3rd season under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, as I said, everyone in that team played like shit, barring Cristiano Ronaldo and David De Gea. And so when Ten Hag came in, I, amongst everyone else in the Manchester United fan base, said, listen, we are going to have to do without Bissaka this season. Sadly, he got an injury and he just stayed in the sideline for the majority of the first half of the season. We didn't see him at all in the starting lineup. We didn't see him on the bench. He was just never around. It turns out he had a long-term injury that he recovered from slowly but surely. And then when the team went away to the World Cup and came back, we saw him in the team and we saw him training. When they went away on the friendly to Real Sociedad, we saw him playing. I was like, there he is again. Defensively, brilliant. But what can he do offensively? What can he present to Erik Ten Hag? Now, don't get me wrong. The games against Manchester City, when he owned Raheem Sterling. The game against Crystal Palace, when he had Zaha in his back pocket. Every game since he's left Crystal Palace and played against Crystal Palace, he has owned Wilfred Zaha. Wilfred Zaha changed wings to the left-hand side because he couldn't handle the pressure that was on him, because Aaron Bissaka had him under lock and key. Newcastle, just recently, when he owned St. Maximin, Aaron Bissaka had that man in chains the entire game. So I started to ask myself, how can this man be so good defensively when he has nothing to present to himself offensively? Well, all the training that we've seen in the preseason last year and before preseason, when he was just training by himself with his coaches, we begin to see a little bit of that coming out. In the game against Manchester City recently this year, he owned the right wing. Imagine Sanchez playing the ball around him like they're baby bops. This is the type of football that we wanted from Aaron Bissaka, because we know that Aaron Bissaka and Diego Dalot cannot cross the ball to save them life. But Diego Dalot has something above him that he doesn't have. Diego Dalot has that ball control and the ability to go inside and cover inside while going back and covering back, right back. And we saw that in the games where he's actually going inside, covering the extra pass inside, covering back to cover the defense, going down on the flank. Within his first game back into the team, he got an assist to Eriksen. So we can see that the man has the ability to play the ball. And he's maybe lacking a little bit of confidence, maybe ability, but maybe he can work on that. Remember, he was just 2021 when we got him in the team. But I do believe that Aaron Bissaka's redemption is due. I can see Erik Ten Hag bringing Aaron Bissaka back into the team full time and playing him effectively every game, every important games against Manchester City, against Liverpool, when they have dangerous wingers, and just shut them down completely. I can see that happening. I can see him having a future in this club because defensively he is awesome, absolutely awesome. Don't forget, it was in the Carabao Cup final when Diego Dalot had a blinder in the first half, and they brought on Bissaka in the second half, and St. Maximum got quiet, completely quiet. So I do think that Bissaka has a massive future at Manchester United. You just need to take this opportunity with both hands, hold on to it, run on to it, because believe me, this man is going to be a great footballer. You just need to do it for Manchester United. People, thank you very much for watching. Bless up yourself. Best of Manaz.